considered that all this is your fault? Your presence creates these animals.
Confirmation that prisoner 4-0 is in the courthouse.
Heads and tails, kitty cat.
Shame to get blood all over my nice new outfit.
This place is dangerous. I like it.
There's nothing wrong with you.
Nice of you to say, but you of all people should know there's plenty wrong with me.
It's going to be a fully playable get to do as Batman.
This scene that we're seeing here, what point in the game does this take place?
So this is really early on in the game. It's one of the first things you'll see. So we have a group of Two-Face guys who are basically protecting this safe, and they're waiting for Two-Face to turn up. And basically the story, Catwoman's story, mainly revolves around this running feud that she's got with Two-Face.
Nice.
So the first thing she's going to do is break into this area, and she's going to try and steal back these plans that Two-Face has got. And you can see here, Jez is pulling off some great moves, takedowns, different attacks that she can do. She's got the whip that she can use to stun. There's an aerial attack that she can do. She can use a whip trip as well, a beatdown where she can do a focused attack on one person. Floor sweep, so lots of really cool, unique moves just for her. And she's got her own gadgets as well, like cow chops that she can drop on the floor to trip people up, bowlers that she can throw. So, you know, she's a really cool character.
I've got to say, for the folks watching at home, we got big crazy HD streaming and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they see it as good. This game looks awesome.
Yeah, I mean, the guys, what they've done, I think, you know, what the art team and what the technical guys have done is amazing. That we've tried to take all that love and care and attention that we did for Arkham Asylum, but kind of writ large on the kind of cloth of Gotham, so really scale everything up, but still keep that same level of detail, you know. So the challenge for us that we set right at the start is, what's going to be really exciting? What do we want to do next? Let's take Batman into Gotham, you know. Let's take Batman into Gotham City, pulled off this district, and basically what's happened following the events of the first game is that Quincy Sharp, who was mayor of Arkham Asylum, he's declared that Arkham Asylum wasn't fit for purpose. So he's closed down Arkham Asylum, he's walled off this huge district of Gotham, and basically just thrown all the people from Arkham Asylum in here with all of the inmates from Blackgate Prison. So you've basically got this kind of concentrated district of pure super criminality, basically. Just every single one of Batman's worst nightmares located in this one place. And I think what's quite fascinating is that they're all out to do their own thing. So, you know, what Joker's trying to do is totally different from what Penguin's trying to do. That's totally different from what Zaz is trying to do, you know. So, and as Batman, you know, the only thing that's stopping any of these people getting what they want to do is Batman. But they're all doing different things, so it's a really hard kind of juggling act that you've got to take on as well.
For me, you know, and as I'm sure all the fans that love the first game, you know, it sounds like, just the way you explain it, that there's much more content to this one than there was in the first one, is that right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we have still our core main story, which you're looking at around about sort of 15, 16 hours gameplay for the core main story. But then on top of that, we have all these side missions that you can do. basically going after different supervillains. And I think if you want to take down all the supervillains inside Arkham City, you're looking at well over 25 hours of gameplay. So it's a really good, solid amount of gameplay. You can see here actually one of the things that Jez is doing as he plays. He's identifying the Riddler informant. This is a guy who Riddler has paid to give him information, and Batman's identified him by cross-referencing him with a database of all the different people that he knows that work for Riddler. So what he's going to try and do now is he's going to try and interrogate this guy. He's going to try not to beat him up too much. This is really the skill of this. He's going to try and avoid hitting the guy who's highlighted in green and beat everyone else up in the party and just leave the informant left. So it's quite a skill, it's quite a challenge, and you'll see that when he, hopefully when he does it, it will leave just that guy and he can interrogate him for information on the whereabouts of different trophies in the environment. So one of the things, so you see there's the last guy. So he can interrogate this guy now, lift him up, true Batman style.
Oh, wow.
And basically find out what secrets Riddler's paid him to play around to sort of toy with Batman. So that's kind of an idea of saying that sort of off the main path, you don't need to do that if you want to hunt down these different secrets. Kind of Riddler's a bit of a spectre in the game. He's kind of a ghost. He's kind of working behind the scenes all the time. He's not like an overt, maneuver like Joker or Penguin, who's really all about brute force. Riddler's all about being smart, being intelligent. So he's going to try and basically, what he's done is he has a number of different hostages, and he's going to try and basically prove that he's smarter than Batman by setting up all of these different puzzles and challenges for Batman. But the game this time is Batman's playing for these hostages' lives. So if he gets it wrong, these guys get killed. Wow. So he's really up the stakes from the first game. You can see some cool secrets here. So one of the secrets Jez has done there. Basically, you've got these big kind of blast doors that Riddler set up, and you have to use the dive boost, which you've seen as Batman's been moving around. The dive boost is just this great way to get around the environment. You'll see here as Jez goes up, he uses the grapple boost to flip up off the gargoyle, and he uses that momentum to glide around the city. He can go, this is kind of one of the big features of the game really, is this momentum gliding. It's probably the thing that actually wastes the most hours in our office. We're all playing the game, you're in meetings, we're talking about designing, and then we just set ourselves these crazy challenges to dive through different areas of Arkham City. Another cool move you'll see here is Batman can slide under objects.
Oh, cool.
So he can actually use that as part of combat, and you've got that trophy there. You can slide under and grab the trophy while you're sliding under the object.
That's crazy.
So lots of different moves. You can actually combine the slide into combat as well, so you can slide, trip people up, combo off of that. So as with the first game and the combat system in the first game, there's loads of different moves you can combo together. And we had that kind of real feeling of we wanted to create this kind of flowing gameplay and extend on that. So all the skills you learnt in the first game, you're going to be able to use here. But then there's like twice as many combat moves that you can switch in as well. Wow. So loads of different variety in there as well.
I mean, when he was working in that crowd of guys down there, when he was avoiding the informant, I was noticing whether you call it the animations or whatever, it just seemed like there was a lot more going on with what he was doing.
There's like over twice as many animations in the game. There's twice as many moves that Batman can do. And I think like one of the really cool things is that those are all adding to the gameplay as well. Like one of the things that we try and do, Rocksteady, is make a game that's all about the gameplay. So we're not specialists. We're not here to make big set pieces or big quick time events. We want to put the game in people's hands. We want you to play it, and we want you to have fun with it. So that's what we want to bring here at E3 as well, is kind of give people a chance to actually play it for themselves and enjoy it. And we're really happy that the kind of feedback from people is, which we really believe as well, that this is even better than the first one.
I will give you my initial feedback sitting 10 feet away from it for the first time. I will say that the scale, already I'm super excited about the scale, seeing him fly up and seeing that city and floating around. And then the other thing is that I got one personal question I totally got to ask you. I had so much fun with the combo challenges they had in the first game. Are those back?
Yeah, combo challenges are back. Our challenge maps are back. I can't talk too much about them, but I can tell you they're bigger and better than ever. We've got new features for the challenge maps, and they put a whole new spin on it. So you're still going to be able to do leaderboards, challenge your mates, but there's a whole new element in there, which is really cool. You're going to love it.
I hate to talk over the game at all. I'm sure it's obviously loud for us here on stage, but the folks at